She can hear me. Okay.
So maybe
All right. So if you guys can hear me, we're just going to do it then. All right. Cool.
Emily, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, we're started.
Okay.
So since in lieu of time, we'll just jump right in. Welcome everyone and let me get started.
Perfect.
Apologize. Worst facilitator ever here. Now the button to start the session isn't there anymore unless the other person started it.
Yeah.
I'm guessing no students came in.
Hey, Emily,
it says
can
right
you
now there's only the three of us right now.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I was going to say, can you let him know that I started the session?
Okay. So so this is Drexel University, and they're going to present on their university and the programs that they offer. And presenting is Emily, and I'll let you take it away.
Hi everyone, my name is Emily Santana. I'm one of the assistant directors of undergraduate admissions here at Drexel University. If at any time throughout the presentation you have any questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat box and I'll be more than glad to answer any questions that you have after the presentation is done. So to get started, Drexel University is a comprehensive research university and experiential learning leader located in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I always say that backwards. Drexel was founded in 1891 by a man named Anthony J. Drexel. He created the university because he saw that at the time students were graduating from college and they didn't have the hands-on experience in their field. So he wanted to create a university where students had the ability to get that hands-on experience. So he created what was once Drexel Institute, now Drexel University. At Drexel, we have around 15,000 undergraduate students, and while that might seem like a large undergraduate population, at any given time, half of our student population is away on co-op. So because of that, we're able to keep our class sizes to a median size of 19 students. We do have a student to faculty ratio of 11:1, and we offer over 80 different majors for students here at the university to study, as well as over 100 different minors for students as well. Our students at Drexel come from about 46 different states and about 127 different countries. So you're not only going to be exposed to a diverse group of faculty members, you're also going to be exposed to a diverse group of students here at the university. And lastly, our alumni network, which I'm very proud to be a part of, spans over 150,000 as well. Like I said, all of our majors, we have over 80 different majors for students to choose from, and they're housed within one of these 13 different colleges and schools that you see now on the screen. At Drexel, if you will apply directly into the major of your choice for all of our major offerings. And one of the great things about the university is a lot of our programs do have an undeclared option for students to choose from as well. So for example, if you know that you're interested in studying business, but you're not sure exactly what business program you want to study just yet, you can come in as an undeclared business student. The great thing about that is you will be able to explore the different areas of business before ultimately selecting what business you want to do. Same thing with engineering and any of our other colleges here at the university. I also want to highlight our Goodwin College of Professional Studies because we do have what is considered a first-year exploratory studies that students can apply to directly when they're applying to the university. So what the first-year exploratory studies does is you would explore different major offerings in your first year at Drexel before ultimately selecting your major of choice. So this is for students who aren't exactly sure what they want to study just yet, but they know that Drexel is their home and they want to be at Drexel. So the great thing about that is you can come in as a first year exploratory studies and you would work with your academic advisor to list out some majors that interest you. We do also have a College of Medicine here at the university, and we do offer a BSMD program for students who are interested in applying for that. It is an early assurance program, so you would be 4 years at the undergraduate level, 4 years at the medicine level, at the medical school, and you would be assured that your seat would be guaranteed for you. We also do have the Klein School of Law available at Drexel for students who are interested in going on to law school, and we do have a BSJD program for students to apply to after they've already been at the university. One of the other great things about Drexel is that we offer 18 other accelerated BS and MES options for students that you can apply to as first year students coming into the university, or after you've already been at the university. And then lastly, one thing I would like to highlight is our Pinoni Honors College. And this is for students who want to add a level of rigor to their academic programming here at Drexel. And you can apply to the honors program as a student coming into the university or after you've already been at the university. At Drexel, we want you to redefine your classroom. You're not going to be limited to the four walls of your classroom here at the university. We want you to really take what you learned in the classroom and make it your own. So what you're looking at now is our annual fashion show that is housed at the Urban Outfitters headquarters each year in Philadelphia. And this show is put together by our students in the West Falls College of Media Arts and Design. So the models are wearing clothing done by our fashion design students. The photography at the show is done by our photography students. The music that unfortunately we can't hear right now is done by our music industry students. So this is just one of the many ways that a Drexel student is putting what they learn in the classroom into real world experiences while they're still undergraduate students and making it their own. At Drexel, we have a very unique curriculum that allows you to put what you learned in the classroom into play in the real world, and then bring back what you learned in the real world into the classroom to share with your faculty members and your peers, creating a circle of learning here at the university. So this is really beneficial for our students because you're not waiting for the 4 years after you graduate to get experience in your field. You're doing that as a student still at the university. And outside of the classroom, there's also many different ways to get involved still in the academic realm. If you're interested in starting your own company, you're more than welcome to work with our closed School of Entrepreneurship, which is one of the very few standalone entrepreneurship majors in the country. And we're very proud of that. Within our closed School of Entrepreneurship, we have what is called the Bayada Institute, which helps students start their own companies and businesses under the guidance and mentorship of faculty members who have experience with creating their own business. They'll provide you with the mentorship, the space, and potentially the startup funding that you would need to make your own company all through the university, and you don't have to be an entrepreneurship major to take advantage of this. If you're interested in participating in undergraduate research, you're not limited to the STEM fields here at Drexel. All of our majors across all disciplines have access to cutting edge research as a research university. We do have what is considered our STARS program, which is our Students Tackling Advanced Research, which happens the summer after your first year at the university, where you will conduct research on any topic of your interest under the guidance of one of our faculty members. Again, this is available for students across all disciplines. You do not have to be a STEM major to apply for this, and you can apply for this as an incoming first-year student or after your first semester here at the university. We do offer study abroad options for students who are interested in pursuing study abroad opportunities, and at Drexel we provide 2 study abroad opportunities for students. You can do a traditional length program for about 6 months, or you can do what is considered an intensive study abroad program, which is about 2 weeks. So essentially in that intensive study abroad, you would take a class at Drexel, and then after the quarter is over, you would take your break and go abroad to put into practice what you learned in that classroom experience. So this is great for our students who know they want to experience going abroad, but they don't want to be gone for too long. And then lastly, we do have our performing arts ensembles here at the university. And this is great for students who are interested in the performing arts but don't want to be a dance major, since dance is the only performing arts major that we offer at the university. Another great thing about being a performing arts member and a part of our performing arts ensemble is if you audition for any of them, you can potentially be awarded a scholarship through those programs. So it's great for students to take advantage if they're interested in doing this. So at Drexel, we are known for our cooperative education program, so our co-op program for short. We partner with about 1,500 different companies in 40 different countries and 39 different states. So our cooperative education is what we are known for. It is our bread and our butter. We've been doing it for 100 years. We just celebrated our 100th year anniversary. About 96% of the student body here at Drexel will complete a co-op program in their time at the university, and about 80% of those positions are paid. It depends on the industry that you're interested in. It depends on if the position will be paid or not. You're going to get assistance for your co-op program here at the university through the Steinbright Career Development Center. The Steinbright Career Development Center is here for all of your co-op needs and all of your career needs after you graduate from the university. This is also available to you as an alumni. Before you even start the co-op process at Drexel, you're going to complete what is called Co-op 101. And this is the course that will prepare you to get ready to go out into the co-op world and to go in through the co-op cycles. You'll be granted a co-op cycle when you come into the university. So you'll be either on a fall-winter co-op cycle or a spring-summer co-op cycle. We usually split our students in half so that not everyone is away on co-op at the exact same time. After that, you would take Co-op 101 to prepare you for the co-op process, and you would work with your co-op advisor. In this class, you're going to learn how to write a resume, how to fine-tune that, how to write a cover letter, how to follow up with interviewees after you've been interviewed by them. It's going to also tell you how to accept a position with a company and how to decline a position with a company. They'll also teach you and show you all of the databases that we use in terms of our co-ops. Like I said, we partner with about 1,500 different companies in 39 different states and 40 different countries. So that's a large number of job opportunities that are available for students, and it can be a little scary. So because of that, that's why you have your co-op advisor there to help guide you through this process. They'll help you with every single step of the way in terms of following the cycles. Just keep in mind that the more jobs you apply to and the more jobs that they offer you interviews for, the more jobs you will actually have to interview for. But don't worry about that. Co-op is really your own and you make it what you want it to be. You can co-op at big companies such as Comcast, which is headquartered in Philadelphia and is a large employer of our co-op students. Or you can co-op at nationally known nonprofits such as Back on My Feet. It is all dependent on what you want to do with your career after you graduate from the university. If you know that you're interested in working for a big corporation, co-op at big corporations. If you know that you're interested in working for small nonprofits, do that through your co-op cycle. It is yours to make what you want and get that experience from you. You'll gain anywhere between 6 months to 18 months of full-time work experience while at the university that you can list on your resume, so that when you graduate, you already have a leg up from your peers because of the fact that you've been working in your field as a student at the university. There's one co-op I like to highlight just because of how unique it is to the student. She wanted to be a sports marketing. She was a sports marketing major. She wanted to work for a major sporting team. So she did her co-op through the Philadelphia Eagles when they won the Super Bowl. So she was on the sideline for all of the Super Bowl, for all of the games, all of the playoff games. And she was actually on the sidelines for the Super Bowl because she was a member of the Philadelphia Eagles franchise. And then because of that, she also was awarded a Super Bowl ring when the Eagles won the Super Bowl. Because she was a member of the team and an employee of the franchise, she was able to do that. Sorry, I apologize. My dogs are playing in the background. Co-op is time well spent, and we really want it to be meaningful for you. And the way that co-op works in our academic cycle here is very unique to our curriculum. So we offer a 4-year curriculum here at Drexel, as well as a 5-year curriculum. So I'm just going to put them side by side so I can just chat a little bit about them. In the 4-year curriculum, students will have the ability to complete one 6-month-long co-op, and they will do that in their 3rd year at the university. In the 5-year curriculum, students will complete 3 different co-op cycles, ultimately graduating with 18 months of full-time work experience, and their co-ops will start in their 2nd year and continue into their 4th year. At Drexel, we are in a quarter system, and our quarters last 10 weeks. So our quarters are 10 weeks long, and then you do get a break in between each quarter. So in between fall and winter, it's about a 3-week break because of the holiday season. In between winter and spring, it's about a 2-week break. In between spring and summer, it's about a 2-week break, and the same thing for summer and fall. Whether you do a 4-year curriculum or a 5-year curriculum, you're going to spend the exact same amount of time in the classroom, which is 12 academic quarters. So you're not going to be charged for tuition while you're away on co-op. You will only be incur a fee if you decide to live on campus at the university. So if you decide to do your co-ops in the city of Philadelphia and you decide to live on campus, you will incur a fee for that. But outside of the classroom, you're not required to take any classes while you're away on co-op. You can choose to take one course if you would like to, but you are not required to do that. And like I said, you will spend 12 academic quarters, whether you do a 4-year curriculum or a 5-year curriculum. So it is the same cost of attendance for both. As you can see, you will have only one summer break while at Drexel, and that's the summer after your first year and the summer after your 5th year, because obviously you've graduated, or the summer after your 4th year. About 96% of our students are who've graduated from the university are working full-time in their field, or they're enrolled in graduate studies. One of the high statistics that we really push here at Drexel is that 92% of our students are working full-time and are satisfied with their position because they've experienced that before. They know what they were getting into when they graduated and went into their field, so it was not a shock for them. 88% of our students are working full-time in a profession that closely aligns to their field of study at Drexel. And this is, again, closely tied to our co-op experience because of the fact that students had the ability to experience what it's like to work in that field before they even graduated. They know if it's right for them. And if it's not, they're able to make that switch early on. They're not waiting until after they graduate to experience that and then learn that that field is not what interests them anymore. So I did share a lot about the academic side of the Drexel University experience, but like many universities, we do have a student life here on campus, and we're very proud of our student life. So at Drexel, we are a Division I school in terms of athletics. So that means that students have access to free Division I athletic tickets during the regular season and discounted tickets at the playoffs if we do go to them. We have all of your major Division I sports with the exception of football. At Drexel, we are not a football school, we are a basketball school. So March Madness, as you saw in the picture previously, is a big thing for us. I would like to point out that Drexel, while we are located in Philadelphia, we are located in what is considered University City, which is a subsection of the city, of the Philadelphia area. University City is home to three universities, Drexel included, and so because of that, there's about 40,000 undergraduate students in the Drexel in the University City area, and this really makes for a great experience for our students because even though we are a city campus, you still get that experience to feel like you're actually on a college campus. Outside of the sporting areas, we have about 350 different student organizations for you to get involved in at the university, and they range from our Student Government Association to our Jedi Warriors Club. I know that there's a club about cheese, there's a club about lipstick, makeup, so there's a bunch of different clubs on campus, and if on the off chance we don't have a club that you like, you're more than welcome to work with our Student Government Association to create that club. Again, like I said, I like to point out we do have an honors program available for students if they're interested in adding a level of rigor to their academics here at the university. And we do have a 2-year residency requirement for students. So you are required to live in a residence hall on campus the first 2 years if you're coming from further than 10 miles from the university. And in terms of housing options that we have available for students, they range from traditional style to suite style to quasi style to apartments for our upperclassmen. So there's a wide range of housing available for our students here at the university as well. We also offer learning living communities where students are able to live with students in their major and in their field as well. One of the great things that I personally love about being in the University City is the different food options available for students. We do have 2 traditional dining halls on campus for students, as well as other major restaurants, as you can see in the picture. But I would love to point out the different food trucks that are available all throughout the University City area. One of my favorites is a Thai fusion truck that is around campus. We also have halal food. And then you also do see a brick oven pizza truck. So they actually have a brick oven pizza in the back of a food truck, and it's so cool. The pizza's amazing. So I love that part about being in University City. We're also a very civically engaged university here on Drexel's campus. All of our students are required to take Civic Engagement 101 regardless of their major. We do have the Libby Center for Civic Engagement here on campus that allows students to partner with community partners to volunteer in the local Philadelphia area and get them involved. And our staff and faculty members also do get a dedicated civic engagement hours so that they're able to volunteer as well. I'm very proud of the fact that we are a very civically engaged university and our students do go out and get involved in the local Philadelphia area. Now I'm just going to talk to you all a little bit about Philadelphia, the city itself. So Philly itself is the 6th largest city in the nation, and it is a great place to be. I grew up right outside of the city my entire life, so Philadelphia has always been the city for me. And Philly is home to about 250,000 undergraduate students. So you can just imagine how many other universities there are in the Philadelphia area. So it's a very college-friendly town for students. There is a lot going on in Philly. There's always something going on the weekends for you to get involved in. And Philly is a very walkable town as well. There are museums and parks all over the Philadelphia area. We have all of your major sporting teams with the Philadelphia Eagles. We have the Philadelphia Flyers, the Philadelphia Phillies. We also have the 76ers. So there is a lot in terms of sporting available for students here in the Philadelphia area as well. We're also a very historic city. We were the first nation's capital. So if you're interested in seeing the Liberty Bell and Constitutional Hall, you can do that as well. So there is a lot going around the Philadelphia area. Like I said, we're also a very civically engaged university. So if you want to mentor students at local elementary schools, you can do that. As someone who loves to eat, the Reading Terminal Market is a great place to go to try different foods from different cultures. There's just so much going on in Philadelphia. You really get to experience a lot here, and it's a great opportunity for students when they come to Drexel. We don't want you to wait, and so because of that, our location at Drexel is very useful for our students. We're located right outside of what is considered 30th Street Station, which is pictured right behind in this picture. And that's a major transportation hub in the Philadelphia area. So as you can see, students have access to Bolt buses, to mega buses, Amtraks. They have access to the SEPTA regional rails that will take you into the suburbs of Philly. We also have access to the SEPTA subway lines, the trolley stops. We have access to the city buses. And then lastly, we do have our own Drexel University shuttle that is free for our students to use. That'll take you to our main campus, which is University City, our Center City campus, as well as our Queen Lane campus, which is where our medical school is housed, and the Museum of Natural Sciences. So outside of that, Philadelphia is a very walkable town. You can really walk to any point of interest at Drexel, from Drexel, so that is available for students as well. And we are very proud of our location because the world can't wait, so why should you? And that's why we're very proud to be where we're located in Philadelphia. So now I'm just going to shift focus and talk to you all about a complete application process here at the university. Students have the ability to select either the Common App or the Coalition app to apply to the school. You will be required to submit your application fee and then ask your high school counselor to submit your high school transcripts to us. If you're taking any dual enrollment credits at your university, please make sure, at your high school, please make sure that you do submit your college transcripts to us. You will complete a personal essay through the Common App or the Coalition app and ask 2 people to submit letters of recommendations on your behalf. It's important to note that we are test optional for the majority of our programs here at the university, with the exception of our BSMD program. Students who are applying for our BSMD program are required to submit test scores to us, but outside of that, all students can participate in the test optional program that we do have available this year. We do also super score the ACTs and the SATs if you do decide to submit test scores to us, and we will reconsider you for merit-based scholarships regardless if you submit test scores or not. Students who are applying to either the Honor School, our BSMD program, or our West Falls College of Media Arts and Design will have to submit supplemental materials, and a complete list of all of our requirements can be found on our website. So we believe that investing in a Drexel education is a partnership between the federal government, Drexel University, and students and families. Like I said, all of our students will be considered for merit-based aid when they apply to the university, regardless if they're applying test optional or not. Students who would like to be considered for need-based institutional aid outside of merit scholarships will have to submit the CSS profile to us. International students are also welcome to submit the CSS profile to us to be considered for need-based aid through the university. If you would like to be considered for federal aid through the university, you will have to submit the FAFSA FAFSA to us. And I'll talk to you all about deadlines shortly. Again, there is also additional scholarships available for students, such as the Performing Arts Scholarships, potentially a Portfolio Scholarship, and a bunch of other ones that will be listed on your Discover Drexel portal once you submitted an application to the university. So now I'm just going to tell you all about our application deadlines here. We offer 2 application deadlines. We have an early decision, early action deadline of November 1st, and students who are applying for that deadline need to submit their CSS profile to us no later than November 15th to be considered for institutional aid. It is important to remember that because of the fact that we will not be able to accept it if it comes in after the November 15th deadline. Students who are applying for regular decision have a deadline of January 15th, and their CSS profile is due to us by February 15th. We only accept a CSS profile once, so make sure that you're paying attention to the deadlines. It's very important. We also follow the National Candidate Decision deadline of May 1st, where students have to notify us if they will be attending the university or not. Students who apply for our November 1st deadline should expect to hear their admissions decision and their financial aid in late December, making sure that you pay attention to that CSS profile deadline. And then students who apply for our regular decision deadline will hear back about their admissions decision as well as their financial aid decision and financial aid package in mid to late March. If I have any transfer students, this is the information for transfer students. Keep in mind that not all of our majors start in a term outside of the fall, so just paying attention to the major that you are applying to. These are the priority deadlines, but we review on a rolling basis, so students should expect to hear a decision within 2 to 4 weeks after they submit their application to us. And our transfer students are able to submit the CSS profile to the university, and that's due 1 month prior to the term that they're interested in starting in. Feel free to connect with us on any of our social media platforms. Right now, our admissions office has taken over the Drexel admissions Instagram, so feel free to check us out. We have some great series going on there. We also have a great paperclip that shows student stories as well as an admissions blog that some of my colleagues write for. If you're looking for your admissions representative, feel free to check out our website. You're able to connect with me as your admissions representative, and you'll be able to find information about how to schedule a one-on-one appointment with me if you have any questions you would like for me to answer directly. Here is our university email. If you have any questions, feel free to email us at enroll@drexel.edu. Thank you all for taking the time to learn a little bit more about Drexel. I hope it was a worthwhile experience, and if you have any questions, feel free to contact me.
All right. I would like to thank our presenter, and then thank those who are watching either live or after the fact, as this is being recorded. And so we will have this presentation up on the InACAC website for people to see. I want you also to know there are some more sessions that'll be offered as part of InACAC. I was able to hear that and listen to it. We'll be checking out that Instagram. So thank you for that. After this window closes, there will be a quick 4-question survey, and also Emily Drexel will be receiving a list of students about a week after this this presentation is complete for students who attended. Thank you very much. I appreciate everyone involved with this, technical difficulties and all, and I hope you have a great rest of your evening.
You do the same.
Thank you.